Xin chào everybody, welcome back. This is Vietnam Steve, and I got a good one for you today. Had a couple of health checkups I had to do, and I wanted to tell you about how I handle my expat health insurance. It's an interesting story and it won't take long. Stick with me. Let's get into it. First things first. I come from Australia. We have one of the better health systems in the world. However, it's not great. So what happens in Australia is the government sets the rate for every medical treatment, and they will reimburse people 85% of that fee. So most things you get pretty well covered. However, doctors can charge more than the scheduled fee, and you're only covered for 85% of the scheduled fee. So you can see immediately where fear and greed will come into play, and doctors will charge way more than the scheduled fee, but you'll only get 85% of the scheduled fee back. So when you think of great universal health cover, it's kind of a little less than universal because not everything's covered. Secondly, dental health's not covered, that's excluded. So you're on your own for that. And the third thing is particularly for hospital treatments, you can insure between that last 15%, between 85% and 100% of the scheduled fee. So you can pay a lot of money for monthly insurance, which I do, and you're covered for 100% of the scheduled fee. But again, the hospital might charge 120% of the scheduled fee. So that's a bit of the background. So a good example would be yesterday, went to my general practitioner, had the obligatory 10 or 15 minute consultation, and the fee for that was $80. So what happens is the medical practice swipes my card for $80, and then they swipe it again for the government rebate, and it was $80 something. And then I swipe my card again for the government's 85% of that, but all I get back from the government is $40 something. So clearly I only got 50% back, which is way off the government's 85% reimbursement. So my doctor is charging way above the scheduled fee. That's just an example. So then on to Vietnam and how I handle things over here. And it's multifaceted, so stick with me. So here in Vietnam, I have a 5-year temporary resident visa, but I need to leave the country every 180 days. So that's one of the limitations on my joyous life here. And that's important for what I'm going to tell you next. So for major disasters, airlifting back home, or a head amputation, I have insurance coverage from my credit card provider. When I book my international flights, As long as it's greater than 15 days, I'm covered by my credit card provider for a lot of stuff, including up to $250,000, sorry, $2.5 million, including medical airlift, wherever I want to go. The important thing with that is the 180-day limit, and of course it's for major disaster. So that's peace of mind, and that doesn't cost me anything. I just have to make sure that I've booked my return flights using that credit card. So that's my focus there, free coverage. The second thing is, for incidental coverage or anything else, I've opted to self-insure. So if it's life-threatening and I can't travel, I can use my medical travel insurance, get fixed in a hospital where I am, or get airlifted home if I've have to have a head amputation. And then if it's something more routine in nature, I'm self-insured for that. So that's how I handle that. So far, it's worked well for me. I've had some medical examinations in some foreign countries. I just pay for that out of pocket. I had one last week in Halong Bay here, and the fee was $60, $70, I think. Very cheap. No reimbursements, of course. And I'm happy to do that. So I'm still relatively young, and I think that's the way to go for me. So I'd love to know what you do for medical coverage, and I think for most expats it's going to be a bit of a combo, a bit of a fruit salad. Let me know what you do and why you do it in the comments. That'd be great. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. If you really don't like it, please slam that button 3 times. And subscribe to the channel, because if you subscribe to the channel, that's the only way I know you get access to the latest entertainment. Just a short one today. Hope that helps all the expats that are getting giddy in the stomach about overseas medical insurance. And of course, every country's different and everybody's different. So undertake your own research and do what's best for you. Probably don't do what's best for Steve, because that's only really going to fix me. Stay frosty. Go kindly. And I'll see you in the next one. What a beautiful morning. Sun's coming up. 5k getting done. That's 5 kilometres for you couch potatoes. Looking forward to the day ahead. One final thing that comes into mind is your own risk management. And I had to fill out a form the other day to say, have you had any surgery? And I'm 60 years old. So I thought back, and I had one elective surgery about 20 years ago and one elective surgery about 30 years ago. So in the last 2 or 3 decades, I've had no emergency surgery and 1 or 2 elective procedures. So if you're a person that's regularly in hospital, then you'd have a different risk appetite to a bloke that's 60 and couldn't tell you what the inside of a hospital looks like. Just another thing to think about.